Kangal Shepherd Dog. The Kangal Shepherd Dog, or Anatolian Shepherd, is a large dog breed native to Turkey. It is a shepherd dog used for the protection of flocks and sometimes guard of property. This is a dog suitable on one hand for people available every day for its physical activities, and on the other hand for owners with a little grip and firmness. This is not a dog breed for people living a sedentary lifestyle. Due to its strong and rapid popularity since 1998, Turkey decided to ban the exportation of Kangal Shepherd dogs to preserve the purity of the breed. However, exportation is allowed with a special authorization obtained from the Turkish Ministry of Agriculture. The Kangal Shepherd dog has different names depending on the country it lives. The Karabash, which means blackhead in Turkish, Kangal, a short name for the Kangal Shepherd dog, and Anatolian Shepherd, which was given by Dr. Chairman. The dog is also named the Lion of Anatolia, or the most powerful dog in the world. The word Kangal comes from the city of Kangal, which is in the province of Sivas in Turkey. This last word was attributed to the Shepherd of Anatolia in particular because of Dr. Chairman Biernov Steele, who, because she would have heard from the Turks of Sivas say that Kangals are also called the Shepherds of Anatolia. Origins. The Kangal Shepherd dog was imported to the Anatolian Peninsula by the Turkic peoples during their great migration from Central Asia more than a millennium ago. Until the second half of the 20th century, this breed is unknown in the rest of the world, but spreads very quickly thereafter, forcing Turkey to regulate its export. The Anatolian Shepherd is today one of the national emblems of Turkey. According to the International Cynological Federation, FCI, the Kangal Shepherd dog probably descends from the powerful hunting dogs that existed in Mesopotamia. But following several scientific congresses organized in Turkey from 2003, it appears that Kangal was introduced to Anatolia by the Turkic peoples, and more particularly the tribe of the Kanglis, during their great migration from Central Asia more than a millennia ago. Already at that time, the dog was mainly used to protect herds from natural predators, such as wolves. After the establishment of the Ottoman dynasty, Kangal also began to be used as a war dog. The historian Evliya Çelebi describes that dogs as strong as lions served among the Janissaries as early as the 17th century. A scientific study published in the journal Discrete Applied Mathematics conclude that the dogs most genetically closest to the Anatolian Shepherd are those from Central Asia, which greatly supports the idea that these dogs were imported by nomadic Turks to Anatolia in the 11th century. In 1961, Dr. Chairman met the Kangal Shepherd dog during her archaeological studies in Turkey. She decided to bring a couple of these dogs back to the United Kingdom, thus making the breed known to the whole world, and especially to cynological associations. In 1985, it was the Americans David and Judith Nelson who imported the Anatolian Shepherd to the United States. In France, the breed is present since the 1970s, but the first litter declared dates from 1987. Quickly, the breed is a real success, and breeding flourishes everywhere to satisfy the demand coming in, particular from experienced canine, and in particular from the American, Australian, and African pastoral world. On June 6, 1989, Kangal was recognized as a breed by the International Cynological Federation, FCI. In 1993 and 1996 respectively, the United Kennel Club, UKC, and the American Kennel Club, AKC, also recognized the breed. Then, in 1998, it was the turn of the Australian National Kennel Council, ANKC. Since its creation in 2006, the Turkish Canine Federation also recognizes this. The official Kennel Club of the United Kingdom recognizes the Kangal as a breed since July 2013, and clarifies that dogs currently registered as Anatolian Shepherds are eligible, if any, to be registered as Kangal. On the contrary, since January 2012, the AMKC no longer recognizes Kangal as a separate breed from the Anatolian Shepherd. The Canine Federation of Turkey, KIF, recognizes the Anatolian Shepherd as Kangal. Appearance. The Anatolian Shepherd is a large dog with a powerful and harmonious body and short or mid-length hair. The canine is large but not heavy, which allows it greater speed and agility than similar or larger breeds. At full speed, a Kangal can reach speeds up to 35 miles an hour. Here are the standard physical characteristics of the Kangal Shepherd Dog. In all cases, the coat of the Anatolian Shepherd is longer in the winter. The dog has a large head with a slightly rounded skull, well proportioned to the rest of its body. The skull is slightly domed. The coat of the Kangal Shepherd Dog is dense and associated with a fairly thick undercoat. It is usually longer and even denser in the neck, shoulders, and thighs. The length is more important in winter. Although the color is generally sand, with or without mask, all colors are allowed. Medium in size, triangular in shape, with rounded ends, falling against the cheeks. The eyes are small in relation to the skull, wide apart, golden to brown in color, depending on that of the hair. The conjunctiva is not visible. The edge of the eyelids is black, except in subjects with a liver-colored coat. The body is powerfully built, with well-developed musculature and never flat ribs. The top line is horizontal, the back rather short. The hips slightly harped, the chest well let down to the height of the elbows, and the belly is well tucked in. Its tail, of good length, reaching the hock, set high, carried low, and slightly curved at rest, higher and curled on the back when the dog is attentive. The Anatolian Shepherd remains subject to 2 annual seasonal molts, during which the dog loses a lot of hair. Outside of these periods, the hair loss is minimal. Its rustic coat requires only a simple, regular maintenance. The only difficulty in the maintenance of this dog lies in its diet, which must be both sufficient in quantity and quality to meet its needs and not too excessive to avoid the obesity or overweight. It's recommended to brush the dog every week and examine it systematically after outings in the wilderness in order to prevent deposits of debris. During the molting, brushing should be daily. Temperament. The Kangal Shepherd Dog is, above all, a utility dog, used mainly for the protection of herds of animals, sheep in particular, against predators such as wolves and stray dogs. In Turkey, for example, it usually only has this role. In groups, the breed watches over the herd outside villages and towns, while within the latter, the canine becomes a very efficient guard dog. However, to a lesser extent, the Kangal can be a companion dog if it's socialized and educated from puppyhood. But in this case, a great deal of emphasis should be placed on physical activity on a daily basis. From an early age, this large sheepdog needs a lifelong training that is administered with a firm hand. Going through a puppy play class and a dog school is absolutely essential for learning basic commands. At the same time, the early and continuous association with other dogs can counteract the natural distrust of this breed towards its congeners. Otherwise, the Kangal will often be domineering towards foreign animals. The dog needs a lot of movements. Exercises and long walks are an absolute must. The Kangal Shepherd Dog also needs a territory of its own, large if possible, or at least a well-fenced area. A well-trained Anatolian Shepherd is a staunch and loyal friend to its owner, and committed guard to protect sheep against predators. The character of the breed is not ideal for a family dog. The Anatolian Shepherd Dog is clearly not made to live in an apartment or small area because of its personality. Independent and powerful, the dog needs large spaces to be balanced and happy. The Kangal Shepherd Dogs are aimed at people who know how to be firm and capable of offering them long daily activities, including in rough environments. The breed is robust and withstands all temperatures, hot or cold weather, it is not an issue. In fact, the dog needs plenty of outdoor exercise to feel happy. Instinctively, the Kangal is very suspicious, even aggressive, towards people or other animals it does not know. This is due to its highly developed instinct for protection. Towards its owner, however, the Kangal is a dog that shows great loyalty, intelligence, affection, and calmness. Although it enjoys family life, Anatolian Shepherds are also committed to its independence. An excellent companion dog, the Kangal dog shows gentleness and unfailing kindness towards its family. It's never aggressive to its owner, but doesn't appreciate the presence of strangers nearby. The canine will defend its owner and its herd even if it has to risk its own life. Health and lifespan. The Anatolian Shepherd is a rustic dog that often lives longer than other large breeds. Its life expectancy is between 10 and 12 years for protection dogs active in Anatolia, and between 13 and 16 years even more for mixed dogs exercising a simple role of guardian dog. Its double, well-supplied hair protects it from cold and hot climates. Being from the continental climate of the Anatolian region, the dog withstands extreme cold and heat. Kangal Shepherd dogs have no known hereditary disease. The only hereditary condition that can sometimes affect them, as with almost all large dogs, is hip dysplasia. As in all large breeds, the risk of hip dysplasia should be monitored, but it should be noted that it is relatively less affected by this problem due to its size at the withers, which reduces the impact on its body mass. In addition, the share of heredity related to dysplasia is not total, since there is also the environmental factor. Thus, during its growth, it is recommended to not feed the Anatolian Shepherd too richly, just as it is advised to not make it carry out too intensive activities. The Kangal's diet should be closely controlled and balanced. Indeed, it must be able to cover all the energy expenditure of this canine, which tends to spend more than average. The dog must have food and water available to offer its best. Its diet must have the right balance between undernourishment and overeating, which will lead to overweight. Maintaining a healthy weight is crucial for the Anatolian Shepherd. The diet must be predominantly meat and consists of appropriate amounts of protein, healthy fats, ground bone, and vegetables rich in minerals and vitamins. As an adult Kangal Shepherd dog can consume up to 60 pounds of dog food each month. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Now it's your turn. What dog breed do you have or would like us to talk about? Please let us know. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel to help us establish our presence on YouTube.